Hey guys, Guybson here at Spartan Academy. Today I'm going to show you how to use the hand wraps. A lot of people are having trouble with it. Beginners in kickboxing classes, a lot of times it takes a couple minutes, you get frustrated because you don't know how to do it well. So it's just take a couple minutes, watch, and I hope I can be helpful to you guys. So first thing you do, you unwrap the hand wraps. You can just either throw away, you can just roll. I usually just throw it away. So what you do, you're going to start from the very end where you find that loop in there. So where you're going to find that loop, you're going to go on the front of your thumb and you're going to go for the back of your hand. Usually you start on the back of your hand. What you're going to do, you're going to go around your wrist about 3 or 4 times, depending on the length of your hand wraps. Usually I get 180 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap around my wrist right there, going from the back. Not too tight, you don't want to get too loose. You want to just make sure it's nice and flat. So you're going to roll it right over once, twice, 4 times. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come on top of my hand and I'm going to roll right into my knuckles. I want to make sure that I spread my fingers right apart every time that I go on top, and then I want to lock it right through. So I want to make sure it's nice and neat. I don't want to make it too tight. So that way, when my hands start warming up and everything, my finger is going to swell. So it's going to be very tight. So I want to make sure it's nice and neat, but not too tight. So I'm going to go over 3 times again, or 4 times. I'm usually going to go 4 times. So I'm going to do next, I'm going to come from the back of my hand, and I'm going to go all the way across to the last pinky and in between my fingers right there. So that way I can protect in between my fingers. So I'm going to go over and then around my wrist. When I do around my wrist, come on top in the front and then in between the other fingers. Then come back again, and I'm going to go over the wrist and then over the other finger. So right now, as I cover all in between my fingers and my wrist and my knuckles, I'm going to have to finish it up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come all the way into the wrist. I'm going to wrap around once, and then I'm going to go on top. So I'm going to go on top a couple of times as I close my knuckles. I want to make sure it's nice and neat, not too tight, and then I'm going to go again. Try not to come too low over your knuckles. You want to come right a little bit past towards your knuckles. So that way you can protect your knuckles right there. So then you're going to go 3 times, lock it tight, and then I'm going to come back on top of my hand. 2 times, and then come right over. Here's what I like to do sometimes. Most people don't do it, I like to do actually. I come with this one here, and then I'll wrap my thumb right there. And I'll wrap my thumb, I'll come all the way through, and then come right over to the wrist. Wrap it around, come on the wrist a couple times. So, lock it tight. So you can see that my fist is nice and neat, locked tight. My thumb will protect it, the inside of my hand, the top of my knuckles. So hopefully I helped you guys.